immigration is a thing that happening in every country in the world, because everyone needs to find a new living, new chance, so they move to another country. As we know that people are diverse, that from another country, another ethnic, another race, that have a different skin colors and other physical stuff. So this house, as the prime minister of this house as a first generation immigrant parents of colors in a predominantly white country, would choose to live and raise children in an ethnic enclave. First generation immigrant is a foreign born who moved to a foreign country. They become a permanent citizen in the country. So the second is white country. It's a country that consists of a majority of white people. Example, Europe. And the person of color is the term that primarily used for the people who is not considered white or different skin color. So, what is the problem? The problem is that we know that the person of color, or example, the immigrant, the first generation immigrant that moved to another country, that they are foreign, they are new for them. They have a different race and different color and different physical appearance. So they will be judged outsider by the native, by the white people. Also, they have cultural conflict. For example, like when the Chinese people move to migrate to America, they both have a different culture in the event, in the religion. It's all different. So they will have conflict with the native or the white people that live in there. And also that sometimes the racism that also happens with the exactly with the first generation immigrant of color that moved to a predominantly white country, because that they have a different skin color. The racial racism that in the country must be happen, because as I said before, they are foreign, they are known as outsider. So the urgency is that they must blend in, because they will move permanently to the country and stay permanently there. So they have to blend in, because they have to build a new life in there. They have to socialize with the person that native in there. So our goal is to reduce the racism that happened to them and make them so they can blend in and live well there. How it works? We strongly agree for the immigrant or the first generation immigrant of color to live and raise children in an ethnic enclave. How it works? The people that they move to a new country, they must first find a new place to live. Judged by the geographic condition, their distance to the city or others, and the nature, they must choose a place and develop a migrant network in there. They must work together with the government and the locals. Why the government? Because the government is the one who rule the country. They are the one who rule the country, so they have the power to give the authority for the first generation immigrant to live in there. So they must work together with the government and the locals, because to live in there, they must build a network, either in economy, in social. So they must build a network with the locals and build a good relation with them. To make them blend in easier, and also that they will permanently live in there, they will have a child as their future. Either they marry with a white person or the other person from another country, that they need to raise their child in the ethnic enclave. Why? Because with the ethnic enclave, they can similarize the condition from the ethnic enclave with their home country, or yes, the same condition as home country. For example, the food in, for example, in the China and in America, when they move in there, is different. People in China usually eat noodles or rice, and people in America maybe eat potato and others, and meat as their daily needs. So when they build an ethnic enclave and live in there, they can similarize their condition as the same as the home country, as I said before. Like the food, the languages, they can use they must learn the native language as their first language, but they must not forget their home language, and they can learn it as a second language, so they can communicate easier with other immigrants. And also the policy, the culture, that's the most important thing, because every country has a different culture, as it's so diverse. So with the ethnic enclave, they can similarize their culture, so there won't be a culture clash or cultural conflict with the locals. And another event, and also to help decrease the racism, because as I said before, they are known as outsiders, and so to help decrease racism and give time for the locals to adapt and befriend and blend with the immigrants. And so also it can help other immigrants from their home country, so they can easily blend in. When example, another immigrant from China move in, so they just move to Chinatown and they can easily blend in with the condition of their new country. And also with the ethnic enclave, they can have a safe communities as well. That will be explained further by my second speaker.